YouTube, what's going on? Two-Tone Sports here. As you can tell, we got a little different camera angle than normal. And we got this guy. I know the audio has been a little messed up as of recent. I do apologize about that. So, I went out and got myself a little toy. Is this going to be perfect out of the start? Probably not. I do need to probably mess around with some settings. Um, so it's gonna be a little test here. So, guys, Two-Tone Sports here. We are going to get up into my stock up, stock down NFL Combine, all positions. I'm gonna try to keep this one short, and I'm gonna boom. I'm going to be looking at the phone a little bit. We got notes all over the place. You can't see the screen, whatever. Not important. I will be going through this. So, with that being said, let's jump into the defensive end category. First one, and I want to sit here and say, for the 40-yard dash, a 4.55 and below is very good. A 4.6 is good. Anything above that, A 4.6 and below is really where you want to see your DNs come in at. That being said, you got a handful of guys right here. You got what? 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you got a handful of guys that really came in under that time. And the big guy right there, Will Anderson, coming in at 4.6. Still very good speed, very good size, very good. So, my number one on the stock up on defensive end position, Nolan Smith. I know he came in. I mean, we're going to look at what he weighed in at. He didn't weigh in at, like, exceptional weight. But 4.39 is insane. 4.39 is insane numbers. It's very good. I mean, if this decides to load today, I've been having issues with NFL.com all day today. Been very slow. His vertical was a 41.5. Okay? The next closest vert was a 38. Okay? Yeah, he came in weighing 238 pounds. That's really linebacker. That's really linebacker weight. But still, a 4.3940 is insane. Yeah, he's a little undersized, but his athleticism and his explosiveness is off the charts. Realistically, you want to see Nolan Smith put on 10 to 15 more pounds. That's not going to drop his 40 drastically. It's really not. Look at his 10-yard split. I mean, stock up crazy. Nobody, look, 6'2", 238. You really want him around the 250 mark on the lightest. Nobody could predict a 4.39 from this guy. Absolute stock up. He's going to be nasty. Put some size on him. Put some weight on him. It's going to be pretty good. Will Anderson is going to be next if it loads here. Came in at 6'3", 253. Okay. Ran a 4.6. My eyes, fantastic measurement for him. We're going to go over here to let's see the bench. Let's see the bench for these boys, okay? Look. Miles Murphy, big one here. Neither of them, if I'm not mistaken, hit the bench. Lucas Van Ness, I expected a little bit out of him. Okay, with that being said, we're gonna run into Lucas Van Ness in a second, okay? Will Anderson came in at exceptional measures. His tape tells you exactly what he is. We all know what he is. 4.60 is good vert. He's got good hands. He's got good size. Tested very well in my eyes. Coming in, Lucas Van Ness. Ran 4.5840. Okay, it's good. I was expecting low fives for him. Doesn't matter. That's good. All right. Going over to his 3-cone. This is the part that really got me. Okay. His 3-cone was a 7.02. Excellent. Okay. His 3-cone is excellent. It shows the agility, meaning you can get this guy into pass rushing moves, and his bull rush is already there. Tells me he has the ability to be taught. Okay? If I can go over to 40 here, my stock down for the defensive end, I have 2. Okay? Most stock down here. Did he run it? I think he's coming up here. Where's Andre Carter? My number 1 stock down is Andre Carter. Okay. I expected him to do a little more. He didn't test well. We saw earlier he has 11 reps on the bench, I believe. If you come in and look at his 3-cone, didn't even, ready? Look at his bench. We're going to look at what he did do. 11 reps. I can do 11 reps. I mean, I had him as fringe early day 2. And honestly, he fell to late day 2 after this testing. I get it, his tape and everything is going to say otherwise, but he fell to late day 2 for me. This was not a good testing for him. I also think he could have probably benefited. Yeah, look, see? 25th out of the edge. His vert was okay. Bench rep, Didn't do no 3-cone. Didn't do a 40. Didn't do a 10-yard split. Weighing in at 256. Yeah, he's 6'6", but you hurt yourself. You really hurt yourself. That, below average. That's below average. I'm actually disappointed in Andre Carter's. Number 2, Myles Murphy. He came in at 6'5", 258. Good measurables. It's not a crazy stock down in my eyes for him. It's really not. What I am upset with is I believe he tweaked his hammy the day before coming in, and we didn't get to see him run the 40. Everything else was very good. I'm just disappointed because I didn't see the guy run. Honestly, it may be a little greedy. It may be whatever, but that's what I'm a little upset with. Also, Keon White had a nice showing, too. I'll give him that. Say Murphy, 25. He just didn't run the 40. So, it's really the end of the DNs. Oh, stock down. Forgot to cover him. I mean, we're going to get into it in the... You know what? We'll do the D tackles next. D tackle. Okay? I mean, Mozzie Smith with 34 reps. The dude was tossing the bar. Tossing the bar like a toothpick. Insane. Stock down. I'm going to start off with the Jalen Carter news. Stock down, Jalen Carter. He was going to be the first defensive player off the board. I think with that news, I think it's going to be Will Anderson. Is his stock down completely? No. He's still realistically a top 5 talent. He's realistically still a top 5 pick, depending on how the first couple picks go with QBs. But the whole car accident and everything news is no bueno. It's not a good look. It's not ideal, and it solidifies Will Anderson as the first defender off the board in my eyes. Okay, we're going to hit Stock Up, who is absolutely crazy. Okay? Cansey out of Pitt. I love this kid. I loved this kid going into the draft. Going into the combine. We got a little slow on the computer today on NFL Network, on NFL.com. I don't know what's going on with them. Whatever. Look at this. My boy is 6'1", 281. Arm length is decent. this is the big one. He ran a 4.67 at 281 pounds. That is flying. That is flying. This kid just made himself a first rounder. He really, really did. We all know he had that first step burst. He's good pass rushing, and this kid really proved it. I mean, in my eyes, he just made himself a possible day one pick. Before this, he was a day two pick. Running 4.67 at that weight is incredible. Another one that was shocking to me. Tulupiloto. I just messed up his name right there. Whatever. Came in 6'3", 266. Okay, the reason this is a little shocking to me... Did he even run? No, I think he's with the ends, maybe. Coming in at 6'3", 266, he dropped weight. He dropped weight from his playing weight. So I had him projected as an interior. At 6'3", 266, that's more of an edge. I'm a little confused. It's more of an edge. He didn't really test out. He didn't have the length. I'm really confused on what he did before this combine. He dropped weight. I had him more of a value at interior, but you're not going to play interior at 266. I'm a little skeptical on that move. Another one, stock up. Thule is a stock down, by the way. I didn't know if you caught that. Another one, stock up. Brian Brees. People want to call him Breezy. I call him Brees. Shout out to this guy. If you don't know his backstory, this kid went through hell and back, lost his sister and everything. Comes into the combine and shows out well. Looks smooth. Dealing with all those injuries, everything. It's nice to see him healthy. So, as a sports guy, seeing an athlete like this battle through adversity and battle back, it's nice to see. It really is. That's why I'm going to give this kid a stock up. Adds another chapter into his life. Good for him. We're giving him the moral stock up. And honestly, he looked pretty good. I got to give him that. He looked pretty good. So, now we're going to arguably the craziest class. Hazel out. Craziest class in this combine. The depth of this position is insane. First off, we got to give a shout out here to DJ Turner. How do you not have a stock up with a 4.26 40? That's wild. That's insane. He's that close to the record. I believe the record is 4.22 or 4.21. Insanity. You moved your stock up just because you're 40. Good for you, kid. Next one. My CB1. I'm saying stock up because I think he put himself a little bit in front of, like, let's say Joey Porter Jr. or even like Cam Smith. I think he distanced himself from there. Christian Gonzalez comes in, runs the 40 at a 4.38. Okay, if NFL Network decides to get their website a little bit better here. 6'1", almost 200 pounds. Look at his arm. Look at his hands. His hands are huge. His athleticism score is 4th. Total score, ranking as number 1. Like I said, solidified. Projected a year 1 starter. We all knew that. But look at this. His vert is 41.5. Broad jump is crazy. Kid put up 14 reps too. At 197 pounds. And went flying on the 40-yard dash. Good for you, Christian Gonzalez. Really solidified yourself. You really, really did. Okay? We're going to move over to another big name here. I'm going to give a shout out to Keely Ringo. Stock up on Keely Ringo. I think the kid had a hell of a showing. in his transition drills, he looked smooth. I mean, yeah, we all knew he would be good. Just by watching his tape. I gotta be honest, I really didn't know he was this fast. He ran a 4.36. And he's got size, he's got length, and the reason why he's questioned is because he's too aggressive. But look at this. Ranked 9th in total. He is 6'2", 207 pounds. Had a 33.5 vertical. We would want to see that a little bit higher. But 6'2" running 4.36. It's going to move your stock. It's going to move your stock. Kid balled out, looked smooth in his drills. Next one. Riley Moss. All right. We're going to talk about his back pedal transition drill. Crazy, crazy smooth. Ran a 4.3540. Stock up for this kid. I mean, he could have been a day 3 player. I think he may have possibly moved himself up a little bit, but he really showed out. And he tested with the safeties here. I don't have him in as a safety, but we'll leave him there. Also, big shout out to Deontay Banks out of Maryland. We knew the kid was a burner. Did not know he was a 4.35 burner. Little stock up on him. Honestly, I got to find it a little hard here to get a little stock down here on these guys. I mean, only stock down I got to say is maybe Bryant Branch. I expected him to run in like maybe high 4.4s. I know playing speed is different, but he just underperformed in the 40, but the drill where he's coming across the field catching the ball, he ran that like a receiver. The kid's got nasty ball skills. His 40 was a little underwhelming. This may solidify him as a slot or a safety for me. Only stock down on him is the 40. All right. What do we got next here on the list? You know what? Let's hit some linebackers. Let's hit the linebackers, shall we? Owen Popo. All right. We're going to click on this kid because any linebacker that runs a 4.39 is wild. All right. He's a little bit undersized. He hasn't really been healthy throughout college, but a 4.39 at this position is wild. He's a little undersized, like I said, 225. He's got to put on at least 15, 20 pounds. At least 15, 20 pounds. But look at his athleticism score. The kid tested. I mean, look, his vert's high, his bench rest 29. He's got strength, which is crazy. He's 225 and put up 29 reps. That's crazy. He could put on the size. He has room to lose on the speed with the size. Backup or special teamer. Kid's going to get drafted. He made a name for himself with that 40-yard dash. I mean, good for you. Stock up on him. Another stock up I have here, who's somebody I'm very high on if you guys watched my mock draft. Trenton Simpson. Big fan of Trenton Simpson. Why? Here you go. My boy ran a 4.43. Why is that crazy? We just looked at somebody who ran a 4.39 and improved his stock. Guess what? He has some size to put on too. He's 10 pounds heavier, 2 inches taller. Bench is up, and he's going to be a starter. Going to be a starter. I think this time alone, this 40-yard dash time alone, guaranteed him in the first round. No questions about it. Guaranteed in the first round. In my eyes, he was guaranteed first round anyway. But some mock drafts I've been seeing don't have him in the first round. Sorry, we had to move around here a little bit. Muted you a couple times. My faller, Henry Toa ran a 4.62. The reason he's a faller is it's a little too close for me to Noah Sewell. And you're going to see why. Look. Noah Sewell ran .02 slower than him. Henry To'oTo'o, don't get me wrong, I think it argues on which of these linebackers go first. But in my eyes, you have the clear winner here. Noah Sewell is 20 pounds heavier than Henry To'oTo'o and ran the same amount. I genuinely think this... I really think that this is maybe a stock up for Sewell and a stock down for Henry To'oTo'o. I don't know. You gotta take that as it is, but I think if you're choosing between the two, you're gonna take the heavier guy. You're gonna absolutely take Sewell over To'oTo'o. No doubt. I expected To'oTo'o to be a little bit more athletic. I expect him to be a little bit more athletic. So, now we're going over to the safeties. First off, Brandon Hill. That's crazy. I expected a little bit more out of Brandon Jones. Don't get me wrong, 4.62 is not terrible. Trey Dean, that's rough. That's rough. But I liked Antonio Johnson. I think he looked good. That's crazy. Anthony Johnson and Antonio Johnson pretty much tested the exact same. What are the odds? I think he looked good. 4.52, decent for his size. Like, you guys have to realize this kid's playing safety at a good size. He hits hard. And I think he looks very, very smooth in his drills. I think he looked beyond smooth in his drills. 6'2", 198. Could he be faster? Yeah, he probably should be. I know his athleticism score isn't that good because of this. That sucks. But he plays stronger than that. You know what? I'm going to retract my statement. I'm going to say we expected this. Maybe even a little stock down, actually. I said stock up. I'm lying here. I'm expecting a little stock down here. I expected more on the bench press. He's a thumper. He plays hard. Ran a 4.52. You got to be burning at 198. I expected him, honestly, to come in at like the 210 weight. I expected more the 210 weight. So, I'm going to say stock down on Antonio Johnson, actually. I'm going to take my statement back here. I'm absolutely going to take my statement back. Let's see, I just raised up the volume on this. I hope that sounds a little better. Hope it wasn't too quiet for you guys. Next, what are we going into? Wide receiver. Wide receiver. My big stock up. Jackson Smith-Njigba. Why am I going to sit here and say stock up for a guy that is guaranteed a first-round pick? Because guess what? Stock up because you proved that you're the first receiver coming off the board. Why? Yeah, he may not be the first receiver coming off the board because of injury history and maybe the team needs size, so they may take Quentin Johnston. But in my eyes, beyond smooth, crazy hands, okay, this right here tells it all. 3-cone drill is crazy. Look at the difference between him and everyone else. 6'5'7". The next closest was 6'85". What does that tell you? Change of direction. Explosive route running. Crazy. That is crazy. Okay? Stock up on Jackson Smith-Njigba. Now, what do we got next? Another stock up here on Zay Flowers. I gotta be honest. I expected him to do a little bit better than a 4.42, but kid is shifty. Okay, he's shifty. He looked very smooth on that drill coming across. His hands looked clean, and you could see his explosiveness. every time he got that ball in his hand, his next 2 steps were an immediate speed boost. I was very, very impressed by him. Josh Downs is also another one on the same drill. Looked very, very good. Smooth hands. Stayed pretty much in a straight line. The other one I was impressed with. Stock up. Where is he? I expected him to run a little bit quicker as well, but Jordan Addison, stock up on Jordan Addison. You are going to ask why. 4.4940, still moving, okay? Still moving. His hands were beyond smooth. Beyond smooth. But if you looked at all of his measurables and his stats, the kid literally tested almost identical to Stephon Diggs. Crazy. He's got the hands too. He really, really does. My stock down, believe it or not, is going to be Jalen Hyatt. All right? For a speed guy, burner, you know, let this kid get out in space and just burn by people. A 4.40 ain't cutting that. Why? I mean, look. You got Marvin Mims running a 4.38, and that kid's a day 2 kid. Jalen Hyatt, in my eyes, I really expected him to be in the low. I expected him, honestly, to be in the mid 4.3s. I know you guys are, you really caring about 0.05? Yeah, I am. All right? Apparently, he had issues with his hamstring coming in, but either way, this is not ideal. You better run a different route on the a different time on the pro day, because as a burner, speed guy, streak guy, go guy, I expect a little bit quicker. I'm going to say stock down on Jalen Hyatt because maybe the value isn't there for that speed receiver. And honestly, stock up on Marvin Mims. While we're here, stock up on Marvin Mims, man. Solidified himself as a day 2 pick. Good value. 4.3840 looked good. I think he solidified himself as a really, really good pick. That's a hell of a showing for that kid. Now we're moving on to my absolute winner of the NFL Combine. All right, if you have any NFL notifications, anything to do with Bleacher Report, anything to do with NFL.com, even watch the Combine. After this kid tested, you didn't stop hearing about it. Anthony Richardson, okay? Anthony Richardson, stock through the roof. The biggest winner of the Combine by far. Why, do you ask? Let's show you why. All right? And I'm going to tell you. Proved that he's an absolute freak of an athlete. Freak. Kid's 40 time broke the record as a QB. Okay? He's vertical, broke the record. His athleticism score, 99. You can't score higher. Okay? 6'4", 244. Kid had a 40.5-inch vert. This is better than some receivers. 4.43 40. 10.9 broad. Okay? His broad jump tied the record. His 40 and vert broke it. This kid may have just pushed himself in front of Will Levis. This kid now has a legit argument to be the first QB drafted. Should it happen? Depends what you value. It depends if you can teach him. Athleticism, you're not going to find better than this. That is crazy. You're not going to find better. Okay? His arm, incredible. He threw 60 yards off of his back foot. He just needs to work on his mechanics. Just work on him being a QB, and the rest is there. He has the highest ceiling for a QB in a long time. It's all down. What do these NFL scouts value, and how much can you teach? That is as I mean, come on. That is as good as a good combine can get. You're not testing better than that. And to be honest, his arm looked good. Arm looked good. He showed a little inconsistency with the motion, but arm looked good. Another one on this list, DTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Thought he looked really good. Honestly, the passes he was dropping into the basket looked good. Deep ball looked good. Kid ran a 4.56 too. That's moving for a QB. I think this is a really good pick. I think it's good value. He's probably going to be a day 3 pick. I don't see him being a day 2 pick, but I think his stock up. I think he went a little stock up. Maybe stock down on me is Stetson Bennett. I mean, yeah, he ran a 4.67. Obviously, his age is in question. Obviously, his off season with whatever the whole public intoxication was in question. But they ran an out route drill where he was throwing, and in my eyes, he wasn't putting as much zing on the ball as like Levis and Richardson and whatever. Like I didn't see a lot of zing out of the kid. Other one I really liked was Jaron Hall. His feet looked really good. His foot looked really good. Threw a really, really nice slant route. I think that's good value in like a day 3. Maybe day 3. I think it's good value. The kid's going to have to sit for 2 years, but you never know what you could find. Will Levis is kind of what I expected. Why? Because he looked like a gem without a defense on the field. We all knew he was going to come in and test very well, but he looked like a gem. Why? There's no defense. That's what his question is. Arm looked very good, smooth in his drop back. Out route was impressive. Okay, the kid put zing on it. Had a hell of a whip, and showed some short drop with the arm strength. Deep drill just seems fluent, natural, smooth. Like I said, his problem is there's no defense on the field. So, you look good. Stock up. And you're going to say, why is this a stock up? He could go number 1. CJ Stroud. Why? Every single thing he did in the combine looked effortless. Everything he did in the combine was effortless. Everything was smooth. My eyes, he was just the best QB at the combine. He measured well, weighed well, did the drills. He didn't run the 40. Did the drills. I mean, kid looked good. So smooth. So smooth in everything. And I'm going to say stock down. Bryce Young. Why? Because I could truly sit here and say every QB actually tested pretty well. The top 3 QBs that besides him, which is Richardson, Levis, and Stroud, they all looked very good. They're all good talking points. Why are we talking about Bryce Young? Can we even see if he's even in here? Nah, he didn't do anything. Okay. Maybe we can go find him. Bryce Young. Boom. We're going to show you the measurables. He weighed in at over 200 pounds. So, yes, that is a win for Bryce Young. In my eyes, not really. That's not his playing weight. You easily could have chugged 1.5 gallons of water before you went out there and got weighed, and you could have put on 6 pounds. I got to be honest, you really could. This is where the kid struggled. 5'10". Depends how you view. It depends how you view that. Me? I personally want to take the taller QB in Stroud. He looked smooth. He looked very good. I get it. Bryce Young's the better passer. He's not going to be playing at 204. And I'm not going to want to sit here and grimace and get worried every time the kid gets hit. That's just me. I'm going to say stock down because of the height. So that's my stock down. Moving over to offensive line. Okay. Big stock up to Broderick Jones. Go lie down. You guys can probably hear my dog crying. Maybe you can even see her. I don't know. Go lie down. She's a little needy. Broderick Jones. First off, under 5 seconds is phenomenal for an offensive lineman. No, out. You guys can't see it, but over here is an absolute mess on my floor. I'm packing for vacation, so just trying to lie in all my clothes now. Of course. Broderick Jones looked very, very good. Very, very strong. Tackle-wise, I honestly think he put himself in front of Skoronski. I think he tested very well. And I think he's a true tackle. I mean, that's his position, but I think he's going to be the number 2 tackle, if that's what you truly, truly want. Yeah. Unfortunately, for the biggest stock down of the day in an absolute horror story, Andrew Voorhees here. 38 reps on the bench. Kid was looking good. There was one drill that they showed. He moved up, went to cut left, and there went his knee. I believe he tore his ACL. I didn't really confirm it. I mean, I can confirm it now with you guys here. He's believed to have a torn ACL. That's crazy. I thought he had a very, very good showing. You tore your ACL at the combine, you're not going to get drafted. That's really, really sad story. Other one who I thought looked good was Skoronski. Coming in at 30 reps. Length wasn't as short as I thought it would be. Every single thing he did in that combine was smooth as smooth can be. It all depends on how a team views him. Are you going to go at him and get a guard? Are you going to go and get him a tackle? Either way, I thought his combine did very well. Other big stock up. Did he not bench? I don't think he benched. All right, I know he did the 40, though, because I remember watching it. Big stock up on... Damn, he was down this far? DeJuan Jones. Why? He is a massive human being. Him and Broderick Jones showed pure strength in some of these blocking drills. I mean, absolutely crazy strength. 6'8", 374. Thought he tested very well. Thought he looked very, very smooth. And honestly, his hands are explosive as explosive can be. Loved it. Stock up for that kid. Unfortunately, I only have one stock down due to injury. Very, very sad story. Prayers up to him. I mean, could be good. Moving on here to one of the last two positions. We're going to hit some running back here. Massive stock up to Bijan Robinson. I mean, Bijan came in, ran a 4.46, was clearly the best running back in the draft. When you watched him run his routes, when you watched him cut, when you watched him to do 90% of these drills, you can see him clearly so much smoother than all the other RBs. All right. He proved and solidified in my eyes that he's a top 15 pick. And he should be. I know it's crazy. I don't believe in drafting a running back in the first either. But you just proved through testing that that's insane. Jahmyr Gibbs as well. Crazy hands, ran a 4.36. Okay. Only where he's going to struggle on that field is between the tackles. Jahmyr Gibbs was wild. Looked smooth. He honestly could be an end of day one pick. You could see 2 running backs in the first round. You really can. I thought he looked very, very, very good. Obviously, this decides the load. We got a Kane. All right, top 40 time. I want to say he ran a 4.32. Yep. Devon ran a 4.32. Crazy, crazy quickness. Fast twitch kid. In my eyes, he's gonna play a Darren Sproles role for a team. He's gonna play a pure Darren Sproles role for a team, and that's what he's gonna do. I love them. Where's Zach? We got Zach down here. I think he solidified himself as the 3rd best back. Him and Tank Bigsby, they both looked really, really good. I think the backs are gonna go Bijan, Jahmyr, Zach, and Tank in that order. I think he looked really, really good. I also think someone else who looked really, really good. Did he run it? Chase Brown looked very good. Did Vaughn run? Chase Brown looked very, very good. I think he's going to be a good day 2 pick. I think Vaughn, the one running back, I don't see him on here. Vaughn looked very, very good. Very good hands. And my sleeper pick, Tajay Spears. Did he not run? All right, well, my sleeper pick, Tajay Spears, just seemed like he had really, really good footwork. Great burst of speed. I think he's going to be very good value in day 3. You're going to see him day 3. And I think that's crazy value. All right, so moving on to probably the most solidified position group in my eyes. We got tight end. All right. I am going to start off with Michael Mayer. His 40 time and everything were around what I expected, but he's not that explosive out of cuts. His 3-cone drill was not that good. His workout showed exactly that. So his workout showed exactly that, and I expected him a little bit more length. I really did. I expected the kid to have a little bit more length here. Big winner for me, Darnell Washington. I think he may have just put himself through his workout as the number 1 tight end. All right. Good 40 time. So where is he? 4.64. Why? Well, once again, let's look at his size. There's going to be 2 people that had absolute blazing workouts. Darnell Washington is 1. I think he solidified himself as tight end 1. His blocking was light years ahead of other players. If you saw that sled drill, he moved it with ease. Crazy. He also had an amazing one-handed catch. And he sealed my thoughts as a top 45 player. That's where I'm putting him. I'm putting him in the first round, but he's guaranteed top 45 now. 6'7", 264. Crazy. It is a 31-inch vert. It's not phenomenal, but 6'7", is good. All right, my absolute second biggest winner of the day behind Anthony Richardson. We got a boy, all right? We got a boy that absolutely showed out. It is not getting enough love. I saved one of the best for last, and we're going to click into him once this loads up, all right? My boy is 6'7", 255. Ran a 4.55 40. All right. He was hurt this past year, but he's got crazy, crazy size. 6'7". Okay. He was top of the 3-cone drill. He was 23 reps on the bench. He's my biggest mover of the day. I don't agree with this. My boy out of Old Dominion is going to be a starter, and that's what I truly think. 4.55 40. Check this out. 6'7" with a 40-inch vert. That is crazy. You're going to see this kid on Sundays. That's my prediction. He just moved himself to a day 2 pick. That's what I truly think. He moved himself to a day 2 pick. I think he was a day 3 pick before this. You moved yourself to a day 2 pick. Congrats, kid. That size, you should not be moving at that speed. That is insane. Insane. Okay? So, with that being said, guys, I know this is a long one. We're probably about 45, 46 minutes in here. Two-Tone Sports here, giving you the stock up, stock down on the NFL Combine. All right? It was fun. It was awesome to watch these kids test. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching.